YouTubians? This is Chris, the male half of the average couple, and you're probably wondering why I'm in my bathroom. I promise that things are not about to get weird, but what I am about to do is we want to have a hookah session later, and so not only do we want to kind of explain what hookah is, but we would like to do it in a way that if there are other blind people or sighted people alike watching this vlog, they'll know how to do it and do it safely. So the reason I'm in the bathroom and you see all those random things in the tub is because I'm going to finish, I already started doing it, but I'm going to finish cleaning out the hookah pipe itself, and as I'm doing it, I'm going to kind of explain what all the parts are for and how a hookah works and... What? You got honey on you? So without further ado, I'm going to get started by tying my pants so when I bend over, I do not moon all of YouTube and stuff. So, I'm going to start with the most important part of the hookah, which is the vase. And this, or vase, whatever your preferred way of pronouncing it is, and this is where all the water is held. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse this out real quick. Okay, so that's the vase. This is the stem, this whole long thing. It's all one piece. And this fits down in to the vase. And there's a big stem on there's a big protruding part of the stem on the bottom that goes down into the vase or vase with a sealing gasket at the top. And so once I fill this with water, then that stem will be down in the water. Why? I will explain later. The next part is the catch tray for any ash or coals that may fall off the bowl. And at the very top goes the bowl. So that's how you mostly assemble a hookah. It's very easy. So what I need to do is I need to fill it to a certain point where when I pull through the intake port here on the side, normally this will have a hose in it, but while I'm filling it, I usually just put my fingers around it like this, so my mouth doesn't touch it, form a seal, and just pull. And I'll show you what to look for. So let me go ahead and take the rest of this apart. And since our tub is pretty clean, that's kind of the safest place to put all this here now. This part is a little difficult. Oh, the dang sealing gasket never comes out with the rest of the stem. Never. There we go. Okay. So, the point of this is to fill it with preferably cold water. I used hot water to rinse this, so I'm letting it cool for a minute while I talk. But you want to fill this with water or Gatorade or whatever is your choice, up to a point where it's just past the stem. And I will show you what level is good for that. Someone in another apartment is smoking cigarettes inside and it smells awful.
Every day, baby.
So I'm going to guesstimate it here. And so this is how much water I have in here. I'm going to show it. I don't know if this is enough, but what I am going to do is I'm going to take the stem, or the body of the hookah, and just put it down in top, pick it up, do that thing with the fill port, the intake port that I told you about. Oh, yeah, that's too much water. Oh God, I almost got water in my mouth.
Yummy.
Oh, don't ever get hookah water in your mouth, ladies and gentlemen.
It's terrible.
Yes, I know the sealer came out. I'll put it back in a minute. Sorry about that, guys. We had some technical difficulties there, but I decided to go ahead and put the sealing gasket back on and actually use the bowl to test it out. There's too much water in here, so I'm going to pour just a little bit out, put this back in, and then put the bowl... Huh? It is?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be some cool ambience. It's thunderstorming. I'm going to pick it up and try again. Perfect. That's the kind of sound you want. Right there. So, I'm going to take off the bowl, put on the tray, which is still not dry, but that's okay. This tray does not connect, it just sits loose, which I don't like, but oh well. Beggars can't be choosers, and now the hookah is 95% of the way assembled. Amanda is going to show you how to properly prepare a hookah for use, and I'm going to be in the background co-signing, but I'm probably going to let her do most of the talking. But anyway, see you there.
Hello everyone, so this is Amanda, I guess the female half of the average couple. I'm going to now show you the step-by-step process of loading a hookah bowl with a shisha. Shisha is a tobacco that is chopped up very roughly into a molasses. I love the sound of that. The molasses is flavored, and the shisha floats in the flavored molasses. And when this molasses is lit by a coal, which is placed over it, it produces vapor. The vapor is drawn down the stem of the hookah into the water, filtered through the water, comes up as even more vapor, because it's not technically smoke because you're burning so much liquid. So you get all this water-infused vapor into your lungs. It carries a nicotine content, and then you breathe it out. Voila, you're smoking hookah. We are smoking this kind. I don't know what kind this is. There's not much left of it, though.
We've had it for a long time, though. We need more.
You do. There's a bit left in here. Ooh, it's all sticky.
It's molasses, baby.
By the way, guys, the consistency of this is so disgusting. And I'll have to go break into that other jar, but I'm going to fill it up with the last of this so we can throw it away. And then I will continue with the other one. But for now, we're going to get this nasty, disgusting slime.
Don't describe it like that. This is supposed to be appealing.
Well, it is appealing. It's just the packing part is not very appealing. I'm not going to lie to them and say that it's pleasant, because it's not. It's gross, to be perfectly honest.
But what's left is worth it.
Yeah.
The way that the light is reflecting off of my Mac screen looks really funny.
Hey guys, sorry, we had to pause there just for a second. I had to go and get violent with a tin. Yeah. But we are putting more shisha on top. You want to pack this very loosely, because what you're doing is drawing air through the material, and if you pack it too thick or too dense, it's not going to like you. And you're not going to like it because you're not going to be able to breathe through it, you know? So you want a loose but lovely pack. And luckily, I'm fairly good at this. Alright, so I'm going to use this long metal poker stick thing, and I'm going to fluff the shisha up without touching it now. Because honestly, the more you handle the shisha, the more that your oils from your skin interact with the oil in the shisha.
If you can, use gloves. But we don't have any.
No, and I don't like using gloves anyway. Personally, I like to feel everything I'm doing. Okay. Let's see here. This is tin foil. These are pre-cut slices, which I greatly approve of, because non-pre-cut slices are really obnoxious. I honestly like the ones that come with holes already pressed into them, but that's just me being lazy and now stretching it very tightly over the top so that it is not touching the material inside.
And wrapping it around the lip of the bowl.
You squeeze it very tightly. It's almost like putting saran wrap over a bowl of unwanted macaroni and cheese.
Who doesn't want macaroni and cheese?
I know, some psychotic, really, really disturbed human beings. Alright. Alright. All this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small, sharp object. This is a Christmas ornament hanger poker.
For the ball ornaments.
For the ball ornaments. I'm going to poke multiple holes in this tinfoil, okay? So if you want to do this, I don't know, the proper way or whatever, just go around the edges. Honestly, the more holes you have, personally in my opinion anyway, the better. Concentric circles of rings, of holes, all the way to the center.
Oh, we poke our holes different.
Yes, we do, but that's actually how my hookah lounge does it. Well, everybody has their own different ways, but I do mine with little concentric circles and like little spirals because I'm all artistic. Oh my gosh, yes.
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to get the hookah.
You dropped the,
I taught the tongs. Hey, hi, Mr. Hookah. How are you today?
Where are you putting it?
I'm not sure yet. I'm about to put the bowl on top. Firstly. And make sure that grommet, which is a rubber ring, of course, you guys know. I'm making sure that seals very tightly on top. And what do you think about in the corner of the couch, maybe?
Yeah.
Just so it's a little safer. We have full carpets, guys, so it's just a little unstable. And, you know, the more stable, the better with these things. Because what I'm going to do finally is I'm going to light a coal, and I'm going to put it on top.
How many do you want?
Start with 2, okay? Because they're pain in the butt, honestly. Coals are not my favorite part of doing hookah, to be perfectly honest, because you're dealing with really hot charcoal, and it's just difficult to make sure that everything's even and it's not burning, whatever. This is why I like to go to hookah lounges, but it's cheaper to make your own food.
You dropped the tongs. Here you go.
Thank you, baby.
There's a Mimi in the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna move it. It's asleep.
She looks so cute.
It's sleeping. Thank you, baby.
I have arrived with the hose. Would you like me to plug it in?
Not yet, actually. I'm going to light these coals. These are coals. It is essentially just charcoal, pretty much. It is coated in a chemical substance called Quick-Lite. Quick-Lite pops. Be careful. When it pops, it stings. Burns more. So what I'm doing is I just lit the lighter, and now I'm holding it to the bottom of the Quick-Lite coal.
Why do you sound so annoyed?
I'm not. I'm just...
I'm holding it to the bottom of the quick
Okay.
light coal.
If he would shut up, you'd be able to hear the popping and crackling of the Quick-Lite.
They can't hear it over you either.
It also really, really smells like a campfire. So if you have sensitive smoke alarms, or if you're in a college campus, I'd do it outside. It's not illegal on a college campus, BTW. Unless
Also,
you can't smoke.
if you're worried about your tongs getting too hot while you're holding them, because they are metal and they will heat up, once you get a coal lit really good, just put it in the tray and wait for it to be done.
I'm holding it over the tray so it doesn't snap, crackle, pop
All
on my
over the
floor.
carpet.
Yes.
Because thanks to somebody else, I have hookah holes all in my carpet, which I'm probably going to have to pay for. Thank you. You know who you are. Sorry, I'm done. I'll probably edit that out. Nah.
Rants are good. I'm just blowing on it, trying to get the Quick-Lite out here. I know it's kind of boring, but it's nice and warm. There we go, and we're done with the Quick-Lite. The Quick-Lite has finally burned off. When you tell how you tell how a Quick-Lite is being finished is the fact that it stops smelling like a campfire, and it also stops crackling. Okay.
And for the sideys, you'll be able to see it ash over.
Yeah. It stops glowing as bad as it was before. And no, do not touch your coals like I do. Try to just be more gentle.
Nudge them with your tongs, not your hands.
Yes. However, I do it because shit, I've been smoking hookah way too long. Okay.
One more.
And this is the second and final one. I'm not going to do 3 because it tends to burn through our shisha a lot faster.
And since she's already explained how the lighting of the coals go, I'm going to tell you what happens next while she's doing that. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to plug this into the hose port, into the hookah, and
there's a hole.
As the, I'll show them where it was. After the coals are placed on top of the foil, I'm going to pull air through those holes that we poked in the top of the foil earlier. And what that's going to do is that's going to carry all of the hot air from generated by the coals down through the molasses
Woo!
and the shisha.
Sorry, it just lit up.
It's
very excited.
It's going to carry all the hot air down past the coals, through those holes that we poked earlier, down through the shisha, and that is going to take all of the nicotine and the flavoring and all that stuff and vaporize it. We're not actually touching the shisha with the coals. The aluminum foil is keeping the shisha from touching them, but we are heating it up to the point where we're essentially vaporizing it. And as we pull through the hose, it goes down into the water, is filtered, and comes up through the hose. So what I have to do is, after that is done crackling merrily like a little campfire, I have to get the shisha to boiling point. If you won't be able to hear it with this mic, but if you listen really closely when it's going, you can actually hear it like bubbling a little bit. And the reason that is because you can't get any vapor, any sort of flavor or anything until the shisha heats up. So we're gonna have to start it real good, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. I'm weird about my coal placement. It hit the tray. I didn't realize it was that far on the edge.
Yeah, it was the first one I lit though. I didn't want to spurn the shisha.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the bigger tongs. They're easier to hold these coals with. Yes, please do not, do what I just did and accidentally scrape the top of here. Huh?
Okay, hi guys. We got the coals set up on the hookah, right baby?
Yep.
You did a good setup job. And now I'm going to pull air through the shisha so that it gets hot and we do the exact situation that he outlined to you earlier.
Is that too much water?
No, it's fine.
I can smell the flavor already.
Well, I lit that one coal way before the other one.
Oh, it smells so good. We have a mixture of lemon rose and margarita.
Oh,
it's hitting.
Such a comforting taste to me personally.
It's such a comforting feeling. I haven't done hookah in so long, it's going to kick my butt. By the way, not all hookahs and hoses are this big.
No, this is just big. We have others. We have smaller ones. We have, other different types. There's different shapes, different systems,
that's going real good.
Different pulling. You can also put different liquids in the bottom. I'll explain while he's pulling. Juices will flavor your shisha. So, for example, if you wanted like an orange or a apple or any other type of flavor, you want to make sure that it coincides with the shisha that you are putting in your bowl. Because trust me, there's nothing more disgusting than smoking like a minty flavor with an orange base of liquid. That would be bloody disgusting.
Ooh, yeah, it has been a long time. Dang.
He's enjoying it over there. A little trick. This is going to sound a little gross, and you're going to want to do it with a small hookah. If you're looking for big clouds and thick smoke, then use milk. It's a...
Milk.
You're silly. It's a much more thorough cleaning process. However, the clouds are almost worth it. And
we're going to stop because now it's quick lighting again.
Oh, I don't mean to interrupt, but this is legal. We are over the age of 18. and you have to be over the age of 18 to purchase hookah accessories,
or enter a hookah
shisha,
bar.
or enter a hookah bar, or a smoke shop where you get hookah paraphernalia.
And now the living room is green.
He loves playing with his Philips lights. By the way, Philips, if you ever really, really want to sponsor us, please.
We are buying so many of your stuff.
I'm getting the candles next month.
They have candles?
Yes, they have candles.
How much are they?
I don't know, I didn't look. But I really like Philips because you can control it from your phone. They're very energy efficient. We're also looking into getting the Nest, right, baby?
The Nest Smart Thermostat. It'll save a lot of electricity. It pays for itself in a year.
Mm-hmm. We're also going to get smart locks and other fun smart thingies. But, you know, it is a nice place to stay, and, you know, it's got its perks despite everything. We have a balcony, as you guys saw. I really like our balcony, perfectly honest. It looks into the woods, which... honestly, it reminds me of home in New York, which I really miss, so... I haven't been to New York in a while.
She likes this color.
I do.
It's red.
It's much easier on my eyes. It doesn't hurt them as much. I know it's probably going to freak you guys out, but...
Not it freaks Heidi out.
Well, it does freak some out. I know some don't like the red color, but I do like it. I don't know what it's doing to the camera.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
Turn the lights blue.
Blue. It is.
Oh, yeah. I like Siri. She's awesome.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Hello, computer.
Hello, sir. Alfred is on the 17th floor, caulking the tiles in the second bathroom of the 5th master bedroom.
Thank you.
Your satisfaction is all the thanks I need.
But this is usually what, you know, we just hang out, we smoke some hookah, and we vape, and we chill. We love our e-cig, don't we, baby?
Yes, we do.
We name him Charlie because he bites us constantly.
Also, for any vapors that have never done hookah before, do not, I repeat, do not vape before or after you smoke hookah.
It kills it.
That and you are getting entirely too much nicotine in your system. Thank
Exactly. The same goes with cigarette smokers. I've learned that with cigarette smokers, unfortunately, a lot of them don't like hookah too much. But if you give it a chance and you find a flavor that you like, I'm not trying to force hookah on anybody, trust me. But it does taste good, it feels good, and it's something to do to just hang out with your friends and relax. They have hookah bars, if anybody doesn't know about those. They're really nice. They play music usually. And they usually have teas and food that you can nibble on while you're there. Personally, I know this is going to be bad, but people in Tampa, Florida, please look for the Meridian Hookah Lounge.
It's so amazing.
It's the best hookah lounge I've been to. They're my favorite people, and they're the sweetest servers on this planet, honestly. They'll bend over backwards to make you happy. The prices are unbelievable. So... I don't know any others really around that area. I just went to the Meridian, which was my favorite. So I know I'm bragging a little bit, but I went there throughout my years in college. Yes, I went to USF. I don't go to USF anymore, but go Bulls, okay? So yeah, that's all pretty much that I know how to talk about right now.
And we're just enjoying, and I'm fading the lights to different colors very gradually. Light blue.
I'm
Kinda gray.
colorblind, guys. I guess I'll talk about my eye condition because I don't really have anything else to talk about. I have Leber's congenital amaurosis, or whatever the heck you pronounce that, LCA, rah rah rah. It's a genetic condition that's inherited if both of your parents are a carrier, but not a dominant carrier. I now, as a dominant carrier, will have 25%, I think, of passing it off to any offspring. If my partner is also a minor carrier, it's 50%. If they're a major carrier, I think it's like 75 to 80. But Chris, luckily, does not have that, so yay!
Now I'm going to talk about my eye condition. I have something called corneosclera. It's pretty rare. I think 80 to 100 people in the world have it. And honestly, the only thing that's wrong with my eyes are my corneas. Everything else is working just fine. I may have some scar tissue on my, I may have some scar tissue on my right eye because when I was little, I had a cornea transplant and my body rejected the cornea. But technology in medicine has come so far lately that honestly, what I'm probably going to try and do in a couple of years is I'm going to try the transplant on my bad eye and see what happens. And if my body does not reject the cornea and there is some improvement, then I'll do it on my left eye too. And I mean, worst case scenario, I could lose all of my vision. But because I've worked so hard over the past, I don't know how many years, not only at a training center, go LCB, but
Tell them what LCB is, baby.
Oh, LCB is the Louisiana Center for the Blind. It is a independent living blindness training center. They teach you things like cooking and cleaning and mobility, like walking around with a cane and navigating via the sun and
But
cardinal
they also
directions.
teach you really great stuff too.
They do teach you great stuff. Like, I know.
Well, not saying that bad stuff's not.
I know. But they teach you very practical things around the house. Like, I know how to properly label my breaker box, or my fuse box, whichever one. This probably has breakers in it. So they teach me really practical stuff. Like I said earlier, I can label my fuse box in a way so that I know what each fuse or breaker does, what set of outlets and what rooms they control. They teach us things, how to hook up a washer and dryer, how to clean out the vent stuff, the venting hose for the dryer. They teach us how to change tires. Yes,
That is kind of a householdy thing because of cars.
They teach us how to use like power tools, like saws and drills and stuff like that. They do have a whole full shop with like planes and lathes. They have radial arm saws, table saws, band saws, all the stuff.
He's very, very wood oriented. You love wood.
Yes,
work,
I do.
Don't you?
Let's see. They taught me how to remove the trap in your sink. So if you drop something down your drain, the trap is what catches it, so it doesn't go all the way down the drain into the sewer system. Unfortunately, I don't have the wrench for that. I probably should.
Well, we're going to, honestly, when we move from this place, we're going to start gathering items for a home. And one of those items will be a toolbox. So,
oh, this is fitting.
We're going to get Chris all his tools. Because I'm sorry, but, I mean, I know how to cook and I know how to clean and do all the good womanly, yes, since it was sexist, but, well, welcome to my life. I'm kind of like that. But I know how to do all the householdy things. And he knows how to do all the tool householdy things, I guess. And, you know, it's good. I like it. And I like a man who has multiple talents. I love you.
I love you too. One cool thing about hookah, before I go back to my eye condition, is you don't have to rush to smoke it.
Nope.
You can just let it sit and it's fine.
Yep.
Now, every so often, you may have to shift the coils around, the coils around, or put a new one on, or whatever. But eye condition. I'm thinking either it could lose my vision, which I'm fine because not only have I gone to LCB, but I've been working on various techniques as far as doing things that work for me. I'm not saying that my techniques will work for everyone, but they work for me, just little things that I've learned over time. So I could either lose my vision, all of it, and be fine, or I could be fully sighted and drive and do stuff, which I'll probably lose my job because most of the people I work with are blind, and that's, unfortunately, we have to have special programs that hire us because it's so hard getting a job when we're blind. It's really, really hard. But I'm not ashamed of that. I'm still gainfully employed, still making money, and all that stuff. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm honestly afraid of getting my sight back because I essentially would have to learn how to do everything. I'd have to learn how to read again. I'd have to learn how to travel again, how to process all that information. I'd have to go through all sorts of physical therapy because I don't use my right eye, the eye that rejected the cornea, that the muscles are weak. So I'm probably going to have to go through months or years of physical therapy. But you know what? If I could get all of my sight back, all of that would be worth it.
Oh, if my mom's watching, hi, Mom.
If my mom's watching, hi, moms. For the people who live in legal states who smoke the reefer. I have a question. When y'all smoke, why do y'all talk with smoke coming out your mouth with that little like you sound cool? Like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? No, like this stuff's real good. Like why people talk like this when they're cool? I don't know.
I think it's a waste. Sorry.
It is a waste.
Okay, so that moment where I just poked myself in the eye with the mouthpiece. Woo!
And we're also going to show you at the, sorry, the letter's a little gunked up. I had to fix it from the molasses. But anyway, one thing that we're also going to show you later in the vlog is how to properly disassemble a hookah.
Clean it.
And clean it and all that stuff. My eyes are watering. Dang. One thing I will say, you want to let your hookah cool down for 30 minutes to an hour before you clean it, because we are working with very, very high temperatures. The bowl is made out of clay to absorb all of that heat and retain it. All metal that it's mounted on will get hot. The tray will get hot from us putting ashed coals in it. You won't be able to touch the molasses until it stops boiling. You won't be able to touch the foil because, of course, that's what the coal is sitting on. So you want to give it enough time to cool off so you can effectively clean it out.
There's also a little trick that you can do with the coals before you're going to clean it and while you're still smoking. This, if you can manage it, is easier. If you put the foil loosely, you can turn the foil with the coals on it. But however, that has a lot of risks.
I don't do that.
That's more of a...
You have to be really experienced to do that.
And I'm fairly experienced and I won't do it. So that's totally up to you if you can withstand holding that hot foil on the edges and just turn it. It's easier than moving both coals. There are also catchers that hold your coals in it. They're mad expensive, but they will hold your coals and you can just turn it. You don't ever have to deal with them. But they are pricey. I'm going to warn you now. They go for like... Huh?
It's called the Lotus. You can buy it on Hookah, Hookah, Shisha, SHISHA.com. It's called the Lotus. It's about $175. And it is not only a coal manager, but not only will it keep anything from falling in your bowl, you don't have to use any foil because it has a screen on it, but it retains heat and manages heat for you, so it's a lot more efficient. So it's expensive, but if you really, really get into hookah, it's totally worth it. I've honestly been considering buying one. Now, Amanda here has taught me everything I know about hookah. So if you have any questions for her, feel free to send us an email at theaverageCouple17@gmail.com. You can ask us any questions you want about hookah, about vaping, about blindness, about us,
dogs,
about anything. And who knows, if your question is awesome, we'll not only respond to you, I'll take a screenshot of the email while blurring all contact information, of course, and we will answer your questions on our next vlog. And if you like this, please subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, share it as much as you want because it really helps. We get we'll get lots of feedback from all of our viewers on stuff that they want to see. And the more likes that we get, the more that will show up in search results, and the vlog and the channel will become more popular because we love to spread the word on this stuff, and we just want people to see how we live, and we live like normal, everyday people. We just do things different.
Mm-hmm. Education is power, guys.
Yeah. Right. You know we do it.
Yes. Okay.
Serve it
My
up.
baby has lost his
Serve
black
it
card.
up.
He's lost his black card.
Shoot. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you drink malt liquor?
I drink goose. But all the rappers are doing it.
Mm-hmm. And if all the rappers jumped off a bridge?
If I like them, I'll go with them. I'm kidding.
If there's no rocks at the bottom? I just want to listen to a song right now, but we can't.
Flip it like a flippergram.
Oh, God. Yeah, I love this song. It's all bouncy.
I wish I could put it as big as.
I know.
Girl, I love the way that you whine for me.
Baby.
Ah. Baby, you're your party animal.
I used to be a party animal.
You're a party animal.
But-
I bet you, if you got back into it, you could.
I probably could.
If you ease yourself into it, because we are not 19 anymore,
No.
then we could probably both do it.
Probably.
But, nah,
Nah, it's too expensive, honestly.
it is expensive.
In those days of waking up in strange places is totally past me at this point.
Whose house am I in?
No, the worst question you could ever ask after a night of drinking is, where are my pants?
Tequila.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about tequila.
Man, I have so many crazy college stories. You know what? I think one day we're gonna do a not safe for kids episode. Well, this really isn't a kids vlog, but
No.
we're actually gonna put in the title of our not for kids video. If you are under the age of 16, don't watch this.
Yeah. We can talk about explicit things if you guys really want. Like, if you guys ask questions that are legit, like, how do you guys do certain things? Like, it doesn't matter. You can ask us. I mean, I don't want to awkward anybody out, but you can ask us about sex and things. We will answer. It's just,
We try and cater this vlog to everybody.
yeah, we do. We want to try to answer any questions, anything. Like, anything that anybody's interested, just whatever you want to ask. You know, we're not shy, we're not squeamish, and we're not going to get upset.
We're not squeamish either.
Yes, we're not squeamish.
But this actually comes to a good part because what we're noticing now is the shisha is starting to taste a little harsh.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, it hints her coughing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get up. You're probably not going to see her for a minute, but I'm going to
Bye.
come forward, find the tongs, and move the coals.
Alright, and while he's doing that, I'm gonna go get us glasses of water because when you're drinking hookah, you want to stay hydrated. And if you see me like walking a little slower, it's because it does throw off your equilibrium.
Whoa! That's
Honestly,
hard.
I don't want to fall on my butt on YouTube.
I'm taking the coals off and wiping the ash off the top of the bowl, by the
I
way.
usually just blow it.
I don't blow it because I'm not blowing it because it's sparking right now. These coals are still fresh.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get us plastic cups because they hold more. Actually, babe, I'm gonna pull up a mason jar. We'll just share.
Okay. If you have a nice hookah, not all hookahs have these, but we have a reverse flow valve. So if we, after we move the coals, I'm going to gently, very gently blow into the hose.
And push that sour smoke out.
You know, I really don't want to cut any of this out. This has been great. May I have a sip of water, please?
Yep.
Girl, I want you to know. I didn't realize how full it was.
Sorry.
I should have checked.
Just so we don't get a copyright infringement, we didn't say this person's name.
Lupe Fiasco and Trey Songz.
We are not singing it. We're not claiming that we ever sung it.
I think I'm gonna tap out.
I probably will soon because I'm starting to get the shakes. After a while, guys, you really do you tap out because you're just like,
There are some hookah bowls that we have spent 3 hours on. There are some that we spent 20 minutes on. Let me know when you're done. Ooh, that was a good one. I don't even know what you did, but I like it. Excuse me. Oh!
That's so hot.
Oh my god. Alright.
Alright, what you're going to do first is you're going to remove this hose. I'm handing him the hose right now to get it out of my way.
This hose is made of medical grade nylon tubing with an aluminum hose and a styrofoam grip. So these parts are very easily cleaned. They are dishwasher friendly. I don't recommend putting them in the dishwasher, but you
No,
can.
I don't ever put any smoking materials in the dishwasher. You guys gotta realize that when you're putting things in the dishwasher, honestly, it's gonna spread to everything you've got. This is why A, you should always rinse your dishes before you put them in the dishwasher, and B, why you don't put anything with yuck on it.
Alright, so the next thing
I'm dropping the coals into the tray. Oh, yeah, you can explain while I do it.
So, we want to remove the coals from the top because if we can help it, we don't want the shisha to continue to be heated because what that's going to do is it's going to pull all the moisture out of it. It's going to make it really hard and crusty, and it just makes it harder to remove from the bowl when you're done.
Okay, so, yeah, I just finished doing that. Now I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to pick it up very sturdily by its neck here, which is right under kind of under the tray, but a little further down. I'm going to grab it there, and I'm going to also grab it by the vase, and then I'm going to lift it up.
Because these chicks don't even know the name of my brand. Oh God, babe.
Everybody loves M&M and D12. And if you don't, well, that's your problem. Stage, right? Okay. So we're going to put it over here on our breakfast bar, and we're going to let it cool off so I can clean it later. But I can't do it right now. It's still hissing angrily at me.
Oh, I got dog hair in my mouth somehow.
Fine.
Watch out for the jar.
Ah.